Vermilion, Alliance, and Bedford tonight on Academic Challenge.
Academic Challenge is brought to you by Westfield Insurance. And now, here's the host of Academic Challenge, Jason Nicholas.
Hey there, I'm Jason Nicholas, and welcome to Academic Challenge. The challenge is simple. Tonight, these three teams will compete for points by answering questions covering math, science, history, and other topics. First, though, let's take a look at our team standings. Because at the end of the season, the top three scoring teams will return for our championship showdown just 4 weeks away. These points are very important, though, for another reason. Westfield Insurance will grant $20,000 to the top 10 schools that compete this season on Academic Challenge. Now, let's get started. Our opening match. It is the lightning round. In this round, all three teams compete. We award 10 points for a correct answer. We'll subtract 10 points for an incorrect or no answer. We start each team tonight with 100 points. Here we go. The word band, B-A-N-D, has many meanings. Identify the following persons and things, all associated with a type of band. Here we go. There are 12 constellations in this Z-initialed astronomical band. Vermilion?
Zodiac?
Yes. The Speckled Band is an Arthur Conan Doyle story featuring this detective. Vermilion?
Sherlock Holmes?
Holmes is right. This composer called for an offstage band in his opera La Bohème. Anybody know this one? Giacomo Puccini. Robin Hood and his band of outlaws lived in this forest. Bedford?
Sherwood.
Yes, the band-tailed fruit-eater bird is found near Lima in this South American country. Bedford?
Peru.
Peru is right. Military bands often play the music of This American March King. Vermilion?
Sousa?
Sousa is right. This band of tough, fibrous tissue connects muscle to bone. Bedford?
Tendon.
Tendon, yes. The fruminous Bandersnatch is from this Lewis Carroll nonsense poem. Vermilion?
Jabberwocky?
Jabberwocky, yes. In the Arabian Nights, he outwitted a band of 40 thieves. Vermilion?
Alibaba?
Alibaba is right. For our final lightning round question, let's go over to Stephanie Harriger from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
One of the recent inductees into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was the E Street Band, long associated with what earlier inductee, known as the Boss?
Vermilion?
Springsteen?
Bruce Springsteen. Well done, Vermilion. Nice round. Off to a quick start. Hey, we'll come back. We'll meet the teams as Academic Challenge continues.
Just like anything can happen in the game you're about to watch, anything can happen in life. That's why there's Westfield Insurance.
Our employees and agency partners are here for you when the unexpected happens. Help put the pieces back together and give you peace of mind.
In addition to high school quiz shows, we support programs like teen driver safety and community involvement.
The bottom line is that we value what you value.
So thanks for tuning in. Now let's watch these sharp young minds compete in what's sure to be an exciting match.
Tonight's judge from Cuyahoga Community College is Assistant Professor of English, Nita Chandra. Welcome back to AC. Thanks for joining us tonight. Now it's time for a mix it up around here. The questions are worth 20 points. There is no penalty for an incorrect answer. Any team answering all 6 questions correctly will receive those 25 bonus points. First, let's take some time, learn a little more about team number 1, Vermilion. The Vermilion Local School District, located in Erie County, offers a one-to-one student technology initiative, putting technology into the hands of every student. Grades K to 12, Vermilion is a fully accredited, comprehensive high school offering opportunities for students to choose AP courses, online learning, and PSEO courses and classes in cooperation with local community colleges. The captain of Vermilion is Clarissa. Clarissa, you're in the corral. Tell us more.
I've also been accepted to Heidelberg, and I would like to thank our advisors for their support.
Wonderful, Clarissa. Welcome over to Stefan. Stefan, you're in the jazz band. Tell us more about yourself.
I also participate in the student council, and I would also like to thank the student body for their support.
All right, very good. Over to Melanie. Melanie, you're in the Winter Guard. Tell us more about Melanie.
I am. I spin flag, rifle, and saber, and I plan on attending the University of Pittsburgh to study microbiology.
Oh, cool. Future Pitt Panther. Here we go. Questions just for you, Vermilion. Rearrange the letters in this anagram to get the name of what building, home of the Defense Department? Defense Department building? Rearrange those letters. Pentagon, there you go. Which one of these 3 islands is the largest?
New Guinea.
That is right. What same last name is shared by these 2 Americans? One, 38th president. Other one, a car manufacturer. What was it?
Ford.
Ford is right. All of the consonants are missing here from the name of what Indian princess who allegedly saved the life of Captain John Smith?
Yeah, but you need the consonants.
Save the life of Captain
Pocahontas.
John Smith. Thank you. These 3 structures are all major tourist attractions. Arrange them chronologically when they were built.
Parthenon, Taj Mahal, Eiffel Tower.
Correct. 25 bonus points possible here, Vermilion. These are the words of what African-American scientists who had a lot of success finding new uses for peanuts.
Carver.
25 bonus points for Vermilion. Hey, nice job. All right, Team 2 tonight is Alliance. Alliance High School is located in Stark County. It's a comprehensive school offering both academic and career tech education, featuring a dozen dual credit courses, including web design and game programming, and as well as 5 AP courses, including biology and studio art. In partnership with a local university, students can gain college credit learning Chinese with an enrollment of 900. Alliance was recently identified as a school of promise. Okay, Sam is the captain of Alliance. Sam, you're involved in musical theater. Tell us more.
Yeah, I'll be in our production of Hairspray as Tracy this year.
All right, wonderful. Over to Bethany. Bethany, you're in the orchestra.
Yes, and I play the violin.
All right, very good. Over to Grant. Grant, you're on the soccer team?
Yes, I play soccer, and I love Mark Johnson. And
well, we all
thank
do.
you.
I'll be sure to let him know. Yeah. All right, here we go. Questions just for you, Bethany, Sam, and Grant. You'll have a big grin if you rearrange these letters to name the main river that separates Mexico from the U.S.
Rio Grande.
Rio Grande is right. Which one of these pioneer trails was located east of the Mississippi?
Mohawk Trail.
That is right. What same last name is shared by a 19th century English author and the American general who turned traitor in the Revolutionary War?
Arnold.
Arnold is right. We've eliminated the vowels from the name of what kind of celestial body that is like a very small planet?
Asteroid.
Please rearrange or arrange these 3 states in order of size, starting with the smallest.
Connecticut, Arkansas, Montana.
That is right. 25 bonus points possible here, Alliance. These are the dying words of what English naturalist who had explained this theory of natural selection in Origin of Species?
Charles Darwin.
25 bonus points for Alliance. I'm pretty sure in record time, too. Grant, Mark would be very proud of your guys' performance there. All right. Finally tonight is Bedford, located 15 minutes from downtown Cleveland. Bedford serves 1,200 students, grades 9 to 12, from Bedford, Bedford Heights, Oakwood, and Walton Hills. Students may choose from a wide range of courses, including college prep, honors, and AP, as well as career and technological education. Extracurricular activities and athletic programs provide opportunities for leadership, community service, academic competition, and sports. Brett is the captain of Bedford. Brett plays the saxophone. Tell us more, Brett.
I'm a soloist in the jazz and blues band, and I'd like to wish Alliance and Vermilion good luck.
Isn't that nice? Well, that's ever happened before on the show. Our captain, thank you very much. Liam, over to you. Liam, you play in the marching band. Tell us more.
I also play soccer, and I would like to thank our alternates, Hype Squad.
All right, very good. Over to Brandon. Brandon, you're in the musical program. Tell us more.
Yes, and I also plan to attend Kent State to study broadcast journalism.
Oh, very good. Excellent. Liam, Brett, Brandon, questions just for you. These letters you see here can be rearranged to name what sort of ancient Roman fighters who led a gritty life fighting in the Colosseum?
Gladiator.
It is correct. The brain in which of these kinds of creatures is usually a ring of ganglia wrapped around the esophagus?
Mollusk?
Mollusk, yes. What same first name is shared by these, a religious reformer banished from the Massachusetts Bay Colony and a popular modern actress?
Anne.
Anne is right. Environmentalists were glad in 1934 when a Florida swamp was designated what national park, whose name you can complete by filling in the blanks?
Everglades.
That is right. Here you see 3 different units of liquid measure. Arrange them in their order of size, starting with the smallest.
Pint, liter, gallon.
You got it. 25 bonus points possible here. Bedford. This was just one of hundreds of wise sayings that Benjamin Franklin printed out in what almanac that he published for 25 years?
Poor Richards.
25 bonus points for Bedford. Wow, 3 for 3. 3 great schools. More Q&A right after this.
I'm Kevin Neitzel of the Alpha Group, a Westfield partner, bringing you the Sharing Knowledge, Building Trust question of the week. True or false? An independent agent is the best source of information to determine specific insurance coverage needs.
For the answer and a chance to win a Kindle, visit westfieldinsurance.com/academic challenge.
Welcome back to Academic Challenge. Before we begin our next round, let's recap our scores so far tonight. Third place, 245 points. We have Alliance. Second place, 275. Bedford in the lead tonight, 305. It is Vermilion. Now it's time for a picture-perfect round. Each correct answer here is worth 10 points, but a wrong or no answer will cost 10 points. All 3 teams are playing here, so hands on your buzzers. Eyes on the monitor, here we go. Like this 14th century manuscript page, all Qurans were originally written only in what Mid-Eastern language? Still widely spoken, Vermilion?
Arabic.
That is right. This is Saint Stephen, the first king of what European country? Later ruled jointly with Austria by the Habsburgs. Bedford?
Hungary.
Yes, this is World War I railroad car, where the Germans surrendered to French Marshal Foch on November 11th in what year? Vermilion?
1919.
1918 is the right answer. Solve what you see here for X. X equals, anyone have a guess on this one? X equals 1. This shark is thrashing on a fisherman's line off the coast of what Caribbean country that borders Haiti and on the island of Hispaniola? Bedford.
The Dominican Republic.
That is right. Ammonia is synthesized through what H initial process indicated by the reaction shown here? Bedford.
Hydrolysis?
No, the Haber process. Composer Giovanni Paisiello was a favorite of what French queen who hit a sour note with the French public and was executed in 1793, Vermilion?
Marie Antoinette.
That is right. Seen on this cover of Cleveland Magazine is the cast of the hit TV show Hot in Cleveland. But even hotter is the 100, or I should say 1200 degree Fahrenheit melting point of what element whose symbol is Mg? Bedford.
Magnesium.
Magnesium is right. Bedford getting closer here as we head through the middle of our game. More academic challenge coming up right after this. Let's welcome our team advisors tonight. From Alliance, Sean Fontaine. From Bedford, Dana Flenner. From Vermilion, Rebecca Jessen and Jim Klein. Welcome back. Time to get underway again with hot picks one at a time. I'll ask each team 8 questions. The correct responses were 20 points. No penalty for a wrong answer. Any team answering all 8 questions correctly will receive 25 bonus points. First up, team number 1, Vermilion. We go over to Sam from Alliance. Hey, Sam, 1, 2, 3, or 4?
3.
Envelope number 3 for Vermilion in the lead. These questions are just for you. 26 miles, 365 yards is the length of what long-distance foot race named for an ancient battle site?
Marathon.
Marathon is right. In 2004, scientists discovered a new short-tailed species of monkey living in what highest mountain range in the world?
Himalayas.
That is right. During the Civil War, 2 new states joined the Union, West Virginia and what western state? Carson City, capital.
Nevada.
Nevada is right. To the monitor your science question. If glucose is heated in the absence of air, the sugar molecule is destroyed, leaving charcoal in which of these?
Water.
Water is right. George Putnam wrote the biography Soaring Wings about his wife, what aviator who vanished mysteriously in 1937?
Earhart.
That is right. The phrase, "come unto these yellow sands," comes not from a travel brochure, but from what Shakespeare play whose title is a synonym for storm?
The Tempest.
That is right. To the monitor your math question. Evaluate this expression here. Guys have a guess here?
Say it.
Let's just guess it. Need a guess.
393.
81. In memory of his wife, Rachel, what 7th president planted a magnolia tree on the White House lawn? 7th president is?
Madison?
Madison is the first answer. Andrew Jackson is the right response there. Well done, Vermilion. A tough little draw, envelope number 3. Still with a comfortable lead, though. We go over to Alliance. Let's go over to Brett. Brett from Bedford, 1, 2, or 4?
Let's go with number 4.
Envelope number 4 for Alliance. These questions only for you. Let's start. In 1855, artist John Kensett already had to compete with photographs when he painted what waterfalls on the New York-Canadian border?
Niagara.
That is right. After tobacco, North Carolina's second largest crop is what vegetable that Native Americans call maize?
Corn.
That's right. Almost all English monarchs since William I have been crowned in what London Abbey, whose construction began in the 11th century?
Westminster.
That is right. To the Monitor Your Science question, which of these terms refers to one-celled marine plants and animals that drift across the oceans and are critical food source for many fish and whales?
Plankton.
Plankton, yes. In 1867, Congress admitted over Andrew Jackson's veto what 37th state, which along with Kansas, had been the subject of an 1854 congressional act?
Is it Montana? No.
Guess here?
Arkansas.
Nebraska. Mark Twain's comment that he couldn't read Jane Austen's prose, even if paid to do so, indicated that he'd never read what Austen noveled about the 5 Bennett sisters.
Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice, yes. To the Monitor Your Math question, evaluate this expression here. Guys have a guess?
10.
10 is right. Economics, not poker, was the concern of what 32nd president promised a New Deal to combat the Great Depression of the 1930s?
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt is right. Well done, Alliance. Coming closer, now in second place. Rounding out the hot picks tonight is Bedford. We go back over to Clarissa from Vermilion. Hey, Clarissa, 1 or 2?
1.
Envelope number 1 for the gentleman of Bedford. Here we go. School children in Utah once ate green eggs and ham to honor the birthday of what literary doctor who wrote Green Eggs and Ham?
Dr. Seuss.
That is right. Man has about 700 muscles in his body, but more than 4,000 muscles stretch over the frame of what long insect that eventually becomes a butterfly?
Caterpillar.
That is right. In 2008, festivities marked the 400th anniversary of the founding of what French-speaking Canadian city with the same name as its province?
Quebec.
That is right. To the Monitor Your Science question, which of these is not a gas law?
Yes. Ohm's law.
That is right, because he seemed to be able to control the hemophilia suffered by the Tsar's son. What Russian monk gained enormous power at the court of Nicholas II?
Rasputin.
That is right. After his masterpiece, Moby Dick, was panned by the critics, what author went to work as a customs inspector for $3.60 a day?
Herman Melville.
That is right. The Monitor Your Math question. Evaluate this expression here.
Two.
2 is right. Retirement was very short for what 11th U.S. president who died only a few months after leaving office in 1849? This is for the 25 bonus points. 11th president was? Take a guess, guys.
Fillmore.
James K. Polk is the right answer there, but we have a tie for the lead. As our grab bag round begins, Alliance only 50 points behind. A lot can happen. Stay close.
For complete information about everything academic, visit us online at newsnet5.com/academic challenge.
Welcome back to Academic Challenge. Before we continue, let's recap the score so far tonight. Third place right now, 385 is Alliance. Tied for first, 435 Vermilion. and Vermilion is tied with Bedford, also at 435. So a very tight match here as we head into our final round. This is a free-for-all. Each correct answer is worth 20 points, but a wrong or no answer will lose 20 points. Also some visual questions here, guys. Those are plus or minus 30. So again, tight match. There is a tie for the lead and only a couple of questions Alliance is behind. So this is for all three teams. Our grab bag round begins now. Hawaii is the only U.S. state that produces what crop of special interest to Vermilion?
Pineapple.
Interest to Starbucks coffee is the right answer. The Roman god Faunus was similar to what Greek woodland god with the legs? Vermilion?
Pan.
Pan is right. In 1763, a surgeon named Claudius Amiand performed what may have been the first successful operation to remove what small vestigial part of the human intestine? Vermilion?
Appendix.
That is right. To the monitor, back in the 17th century, in Georgia, James Oglethorpe drew up this plan for what port city, the oldest in the state? Vermilion.
Savannah.
That is right. To prevent commercial exploitation, the Missionaries of Charity copyrighted the name of what nun who won the 1979 Nobel Peace Prize for her work in India? Bedford.
Mother Teresa.
That is right. If an angle of 144 degrees is trisected, how many degrees are left over in the smaller angles? Anybody have a guess on this one? 48 degrees. Tourists encounter a grim side of history if they visit the South Dakota site of what 1890 Indian massacre whose name suggests an injured leg joint? What, Bedford?
Wounded knee.
That is right. To the monitor, this bit of political advice comes from what 33rd president who convinced the voters to re-elect him in 1948? Vermilion.
Truman.
Truman, yes. The ancient Romans liked to travel, especially on what famous road that ran from Rome to Brundisium? Anybody have a guess on this one? Appian Way. Choice: when a freely falling object reaches terminal velocity, it is moving with no acceleration, no velocity, or it is no longer subject to the fluid friction of atmosphere. Bedford.
No acceleration.
That is right. The first U.S. Symphony Orchestra to visit Cuba in decades will be the orchestra from what largest Minnesota city? Bedford.
Minneapolis.
Excuse me?
Minneapolis.
Judge? That is correct. To the monitor, in 1940, every seaworthy craft in England sailed across the Channel to rescue British soldiers stranded at what French port? Vermilion.
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk is right. What American diplomat is remembered mainly because his name is given to the land purchase he arranged with Mexico in 1853? Anybody know this one? The Gadsden Purchase. Because his mother had been tried for witchcraft, what 17th century German astronomer was cautious in publishing his laws of planetary motion? Bedford.
Kepler.
Kepler, yes. In 1885, Canada dedicated her first national park. What mountainous tract whose name ends with two F's? Two F's. Banff. Despite his pacifism, Henry Thoreau wrote about a battle between what insects notorious for invading picnics? Alliance does get in at the buzzer there. Alliance?
Ants.
Ants is correct. Okay, the buzzer means the game is over. We had a tight match. Let's take a look at our final standings tonight. In third place, 405 points, Alliance. In second place, only 10 points behind, Bedford, 535. And our winner tonight, 545, Vermilion. Congratulations, Vermilion. Hey, join us next week. We'll feature teams from Facing History New Tech, Our Lady of the Elms, and St. Peter's. I'm Jason Nicholas. We'll see you next week for another edition of Academic Challenge. Good night, everybody. Woo!
Academic Challenge has been brought to you by Westfield Insurance.